this league. The Raptors couldn't even have the poor Raptors, man. They got cucked by Klay Thompson's ACL. Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later, Anthony Davis gets traded to the Lakers in the trade that we all kind of expected to happen that finally happened. And everyone's talking about that. Everyone's talking about this league. Everyone's talking about the Lakers going to win the championship next year.
The chip.
And I couldn't even remember who won the title this year. The Raptors. Yeah, the Raptors. That's right.
Yeah, so not an American team.
Yeah, not an American team.
The other team. But so AD going to the Lakers, this is an immediate whose man's situation.
Yeah.
Whose man's is the Lakers? Is it LeBron James's team or is it Kyrie's team?
Well, it's LeBron's team for this reason, because if you were part of LeBron's team, this is since July 2010. Bobby Marks tweeted this. There's been 42 trades if you were on LeBron's team. Miami had 11, Cleveland had 27, and the Lakers have 4. So essentially, if you're on LeBron's team, it's not a if, it's just a when LeBron will decide to trade you. And shout out Kyle Kuzma. Somehow, like I was listening to,
I think they just forgot that he worked there.
No, so from everything I've like heard, read, listened to, Kyle Kuzma just became best friends with LeBron.
Smart.
Like he was the smart one where
he was
DD. Like, I'm going to be LeBron's friend here and show that I'm very mature and not be Lonzo Ball, and then eventually I'll get to stick around with LeBron. And when we lose in like the 7th game of the Western Conference Finals, everyone can blame me and not LeBron.
Yeah, no, every office in America has that person.
Yeah.
That isn't very good at their job, but they become very, very close friends with the person who is. And
good.
so then you're totally indispensable at that point. So shout out to Kuzma. But I do want to say, there's a curse that's been put on the Lakers.
Yeah, big time.
That we have to talk about.
Big time.
And that is the ball curse.
Yes.
The big baller brand curse. LeVar said that they will never win another championship after trading away his son.
His direct quote, "It will be the worst move the Lakers ever did." Does he know they traded for
Steve
Dwight
Nash
Howard?
and Dwight Howard,
It will be the worst move the Lakers ever did in their life, and they will never win another championship. Guarantee it. Mm-hmm. So this is like the David Griffin. Remember when he did obviously everyone remembers the Comic Sans post, but part of that Comic Sans post was, we are going to win a title before LeBron ever does. No.
It didn't happen.
Also, Dan Gilbert, way to fire David Griffin over like $500,000, and David Griffin just goes to the Pelicans and pulls off a pretty nice fucking deal for Anthony Davis, where he gets so we're going to get it. We have our PMT Sports Biz intern, Jake, here. I think from what I understand, the Pelicans just own every Lakers picks forever.
I don't understand how
they can
half this
swap
stuff
like
works.
every year, and then if they don't want it, they still get it. So
the NBA is they make things needlessly complicated.
Yeah,
I could spend 5 years trying to figure out exactly what all these picks mean and like the definition of the word asset, and I would never understand it.
The only thing I do know is that when well past LeBron's career, so he'll be retired, AD will probably be retired, there will be a day where we're sitting there, we're like 45 watching the NBA lottery go down, and they're going to be like, just remember, the Pelicans still have 6 more of Lakers picks.
Well, that's smart. So we won't know who won the trade like ever.
Right. It's like when the Celtics traded KG and Pierce to the Nets, and the Nets gave up every pick for the rest of their franchise.
So New Orleans is going to just be like LA South.
Right. Okay. So tell us, Jake, and then there's also this thing where if the trade goes down July 6th, the Lakers have cap room, but if it doesn't, they don't. Explain it to us.
Yeah. So the two biggest differences. So the two biggest differences, July 6th and July 30th, are the two big differences for when the trade can go down. And July 6th, a very specific date, it's the end of the free agent moratorium date.
Okay.
Which is the first week of free agency. They moved it to June 30th at 6 p.m., so it's not an overnight thing. So if July 6th happens, which Woj reported is most likely, it would leave the Lakers without enough cap space to sign another free agent. It'll be $27.5 million, but Anthony Davis has a $4 million trade bonus on the table.
Okay.
So if he takes that, it gets knocked down to $23.5 million.
Oh.
Or
he won't, though.
Right.
Because Rich Paul and LeBron, they'll be like, come on, dude.
So that's the difference. If he wants, he can help out the team.
We'll put you in Space Jam 2, and we'll pay you $10 million for
Be one of the
line.
sidekicks.
Yeah,
We'll give you some
Michael Secret
Bitcoin.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll give you a row of grape trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
so
good.
if it was July 30th, it would actually help the Lakers because then they would have $32.5 million, which puts you in the category Kemba, Kyrie, etc. But The Pelicans would be docked from $19 million to $15 million if that happens. So the Pelicans being in the power position, they really have no
reason to do it.
Right.
So they're going to want to wait.
The Lakers will want to wait.
Okay, got it. I even got confused while he was explaining it. I zoned out.
This
and
sounds
got
like
confused.
such a complicated deal. If I put this, can I put this in the ESPN trade machine, and will it work? That's all I need to know.
I have not tried.
If it works, then I'm like, great.
Yeah.
So all right. So what are we rooting for, Jake? Mind you, we want LeBron to have as little help as possible.
Right. You always root for chaos, I guess, too. So
True.
Here's another thing. If the trade doesn't go down until July 30th, from what I read, don't quote me on this, but I think the Lakers will be picking for the Pelicans, which sets up the awkward draft hat.
Oh, yes. That's going to be great. And it's going to actually, I actually am. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Jake. Yes.
Yeah.
I want it to go all the way to July 30th. So not only is it the awkward draft hat, but the guy who the Pelicans take or the Lakers take can't play for the Pelicans in Summer League.
Right.
That would be very funny.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a nice little wrinkle that we've never had.
So the trade machine right now already has Anthony Davis on the Lakers. That's a bit cocky, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a little cocky.
I don't like that out of my trade machine.
I was actually thinking about that. Like, what if one of them just happened to what if Lonzo Ball tore his ACL tomorrow?
Yeah, they can always cancel it, right?
Faith?
They can cancel
it.
it.
I mean, it's not official until July 6th.
Listen, I take it back. This is not Kyrie's team. It's not LeBron's team. This is Rob Pelinka's team.
It's true. By the way, Pelicans, this league, they tweeted out the gif of, and here we go, Heath Ledger. Got him.
Batman circa 2009.
Shout out John Rothstein. All right, so the other things I wrote down about this trade, they're going to have to, Lakers, this is my favorite, when the Lakers are back in the spot where they're going to have a really good team, and they probably will win the West now the Warriors are hurt. The thing is, they're going to have to fill up this roster with just randoms because they can't really pay anyone else besides Kemba if he comes, and then Anthony Davis and LeBron and Kuzma. So I'm hoping that Carmelo Anthony, who has not officially retired, he would be a nice piece.
He would be a very nice
Pay
piece.
him just whatever there's like a mid-level, I don't know what the fuck it is.
This seems like
Dwayne Wade.
Perfect landing spot for Spencer Hawes, too.
Spencer Hawes.
He's in their system.
There are a lot of guys out there who I would like to see get a little run for the Lakers at $0.
Yeah. No. When do the expiring contracts come into play? Can't they just load up? Can't they just have like 6 open spots on their bench just with pieces of paper that say expiring contracts?
Pretty much. But
NBA is so fucked up with how they do their trades.
It is.
I'm dumb. The NFL is great. They're just like, okay, this guy is getting traded for this guy and then this pick. And then in baseball, you have like the player to be named later.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is it just on the GM to be like,
there's
hey,
like a list.
We're not going to fuck you and we're going to name a player later?
Yeah, there's a short list. The other
Tim
thing,
Tebow.
Yeah, the other thing with the NFL is that we've also figured out that contracts mean nothing. The signing bonus is everything, which is nice. Hank, do you remember? Go back in the time machine. Thursday night, we finished taping around 2 a.m. I was on my way home. I saw the Klay Thompson news. I hopped on the group text, and I said, fuck, LeBron's going to win a title with the Lakers. And you said, chill. Are you still chill?
I'm always chill.
Daddy's always happy.
But yeah, I mean, probably the worst case scenario.
You just did a gender reveal,
I was
and a
hoping,
big
like
eyebrow came out of the balloon.
It started in the group text. I was like, when we were talking about how Klay Thompson was out, and I was like, the Celtics should just go all in for Anthony
Everyone
Davis for a year,
yeah.
regardless. Even if he's not going to re-sign, they should just do it. And maybe if they win, he'll re-sign, kind of like Kawhi. And then you're like, no, he's going to sign with the Lakers.
You know what? Is this Houston's year?
Dude, no, Houston's a mess. I mean, Chris Paul's got the worst contract in sports.
They haven't
it just
made any.
Sucks because LeBron always does this somehow. It always ends up to work out for him.
I know. Well, Rich Paul runs the league.
The worst part is too, like Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both being injured. Like they have time to do Space Jam.
Yes,
but they're hurt. They can't do Space.
Well,
they would probably have to play.
They can just
CGI it. They could be players that get all their talent and ligaments stolen by the Monstars.
Right. Exactly.
That's right. Okay.
No, it's LeBron. Like the Lakers are going to be really good next year because Anthony Davis.
And Kawhi's not going to go to the Clippers, so it's going to be LA's still going to be LeBron's team.
The Lakers, like throughout there, I love that. Like the Lakers are going to be interested in Kawhi. Everyone's fucking interested in Kawhi.
I'm interested in Kawhi.
Everyone. Yeah,
I'm very
we
interested
want
in
Kawhi to be the third host here. He wouldn't say much.
Internship.
It would be great.
Actually, he'd be great to have just, how on Conan O'Brien they had Andy Richter as the laughing guy?
Yeah.
Just have Kawhi with a microphone just go,
I think that would actually be the worst, yeah.
It would go back to like the first episode where we had like the air horns and all that shit.
Yeah. So the Pelicans, though, let's talk about their side of the trade. I actually think that like this was the best possible scenario for them, and I'm saying that because and midway through the season in February, it was like, okay, Anthony Davis is about to get traded. And they're like, nope, we're going to wait. By waiting and not playing Anthony Davis, they were able to essentially get Zion. Obviously, they had to get the lottery luck.
Right.
But if they played Anthony Davis, or if they had traded Anthony Davis and gotten a bunch of players that then tried.
That accidentally improved their draft stock.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So in a weird backwards way, the Pelicans wanted a franchise player out of the Anthony Davis trade, and they sort of got one with Zion. And then Lonzo Ball, who I actually don't think is as bad as people think he is. He still can't shoot, whatever. But he's a nice piece. And then they own every pick forever.
Yeah, New Orleans is going to be interesting to watch next year. I was a little bit looking forward to the outside chance that Zion and AD were going to play together at some point.
Here's the one thing that sucks about New Orleans is that Julius Randle just decided not to take his option for the Pelicans, so he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Julius Randle and Zion Williamson would have been the chonkest front court of all time.
Big boys.
It would have been incredible.
Big boys.
Those asses thrown around in the paint, watch out.
And then Sean Payton likes to always – Sean Payton is the king of tampering with other sports athletes.
Right.
So he's discovered a loophole in it where he can try to pilfer. He's going to try to get Zion out to a few practices this summer, out to training camp a few times. But, yeah, he would have loved having those two big boys in town just so he could throw out a tweet every now and then being like, hey, we need a tight end.
Yep.
We need another tight end. Ben Watson, not here.
And again, I can't stress this enough. Dan Gilbert, you're an idiot because David Griffin, good job.
He just doesn't give contracts to coaches and front office
GMs,
people.
yeah, and just makes LeBron want to leave twice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a franchise. Yeah, a once in a generation talent who was born an hour away. And he makes it so that he doesn't want to be there twice.
Now, is AD the best player to ever play with LeBron James?
Oh, we get to do the Lakers center thing, too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we get to do all those. And they somehow skip over Dwight Howard.
Is he a true Laker?
And what's his name?
Powell?
No, Andrew Bynum. Fucking no respect for Andrew Bynum.
Are you leaving out... You're leaving out my man, Kwame Brown.
Yeah, Kwame Brown, too. There's a lot of Lakers centers we're just fucking...
The birthday cake, man.
Everyone's forgetting. But, yeah, Anthony Davis... Is he the best player to... Yeah, I'd probably say so.
Him or Dwayne Wade?
Yeah.
Delly.
I mean, Kyrie is up there as well. Kyrie's definitely going to go to the Nets now and just be weird and probably hate it after a year.
So dumb.
Because he hates everywhere.
It's like a slightly worse situation than the Celtics have.
Kyrie is...
Yeah, what's the least weird... that he would be that Kyrie could be on a team? What team has the strongest group of people around him that could just be like, hey, Kyrie, just be cool, just be normal for
Kyrie reminds me of when I was 11 and I was like, I want to do karate, and then after 2 weeks I was like, I fucking hate karate. That's what he does with teams though. Yeah, right, exactly. You when you're scatterbrained and you're like, oh, how about hockey? Mighty Ducks was cool, and no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to wake up early. That's Kyrie, but just with professional basketball and going to different franchises.
He just might have ADD.
Yeah,
just put him on some Ritalin. Yeah. Let him lock in somewhere.
We got to get him on the show, though. In Brooklyn, we'll just hunt him down. He'll probably fucking live in Williamsburg and just do weird shit on Instagram. You know he will.
Yeah. He seems like a guy that would take a longboard around town.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so that's the Anthony Davis trade. Sorry to the Raptors. You basically got cucked out of all your championship talk. I also think that it's a bad thing to win a title and then have your parade be on the weekend because people kind of forget about it.
Yeah. It's an awful move.
Yeah.
The best.
No, I know. The Blues, though, they had Saturday. I saw Brett Hull was the drunkest man in America. But you need to have your parade be on a Thursday or Friday. So all the Sports Center just covers it. ESPN covers it from start to finish. And everyone's sitting in their cube hating their life. Watches every moment and oh, this is cool.
It loses some of the coolness when you see a guy like Brett Hull be extremely drunk, but it's a Saturday. I want that to be on a weekday at 11 a.m. I don't want that shit to be okay, this is a normal hour for somebody to be drunk at.
Yes.